All right, some team weather on the timing and exactly what we're expecting overnight tonight. But let's start with the star of the show, if you will, the cold front and where it's located, because this is the trigger. We've got the humidity in place. Now you can see that the warm front is sweeping northeast out ahead of the cold front. So that is a perfect setup as you moisten and warm up the air out ahead of this frontal boundary that's going to have a lot of wind energy and a lot of cool, dry air behind it. So whenever you're changing air masses, you're definitely going to have a few good storms. Now, here's the rainfall. I want to show you that in the next 7 days, that's what we're looking at, we're not expecting more than ½ an inch in the San Antonio area. And most of this rain will fall in the next 24 hours. Because once we get this front through, we go into a very dry weather pattern. So far, only a few streamer showers showing up east and southeast of the city. We'll keep a 30% chance in for this evening. Winds are another big story with this cold front. Look at the wind speeds we're expecting tomorrow afternoon. Big blasts of north winds near 20 miles per hour. And then look at the forecast on the wind gusts. I'm going to stop it where I found the highest forecast wind speeds. We're talking about tropical storm force winds near Del Rio, Carrizo Springs, Rock Springs, Uvalde into Hondo tomorrow at noon, and near 30 right here in the city. And it'll stay that way through probably the early evening hours of Wednesday. Outside right now, a few breaks in the clouds. It's been a very humid day. It's already 86, mostly cloudy. Southeast winds are moving pretty good and continuing to maintain a lot of the humidity. So what about the timing on this rain? Only a 20% chance of a few streamer showers this evening, and we'll drop the rain chance by 8 p.m. and then stay quiet for several hours. It won't be until about 2 a.m. that we'll start seeing some of these storms develop out to the west and move in our direction. Then during the day tomorrow, I think we get most of this rain out early, 8 to 10 a.m., and then it's sunny and very windy for the rest of Wednesday. This is a high energy storm. I mean, we've seen this area of low pressure move east of the Four Corners now, and you can pick out the frontal boundary with that line of demarcation on water vapor. But look at all this wind energy. This is why we have a risk of severe weather, and that's why meteorologist Andrew Wilson is going to break down now with team weather on what we can expect tonight. Andrew?
Yeah, Bill, we have a marginal to slight risk for severe weather as we make our way late into this evening and very early tomorrow morning. The timeline going to be closer on to around 4 a.m. there. That's where we're going to be having that better chance for a few strong storms here and there. And we're going to be talking more about this here in just a second, Bill, but let's go ahead and talk a little bit about timing first with you.
Absolutely. So what we're looking at again is overnight tonight. So you can see that the wind energy comes in from the west. Upper level winds always spell out a higher risk of severe weather because those wind speeds are really cranked up out over top of us. And when you match up with the cold front, that's when things can get interesting, and that's why we have the risk of seeing some hail as well as some damaging winds. I think those are the two primary threats in south central Texas. But Andrew, show us exactly what the breakdown is on what you think happens overnight and where it happens. That's the other important part.
Yeah, Bill, we had a little bit of a graphic issue there, but take a look at this. This is what we have. Down towards the Highway 90 corridor, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather and then a slight risk off towards portions of the hill country. Taking a closer look at what the main threats are going to be, wind threat. Take a look at this. All the way from down towards San Antonio, all the way up into even portions of Kansas and Nebraska. There's going to be a chance for damaging winds with the highest threat being closer to that I-20 corridor and stretching closer on towards Oklahoma City. We also have a hail threat here for parts of South Texas, mainly into the hill country. Large hail would be a quarter-size inch hail or higher. It's just about a 5% chance, so fairly low. That higher chance well off into North Texas. We're talking closer on towards Wichita Falls, stretching into Oklahoma, and then portions of Kansas. Take a look at the tornado threat. It's very low. This is our lowest threat as far as severe weather is concerned, about a 2% chance. Something that we'll have to keep a close eye out, though, for, Bill, as we make our way into tomorrow morning, again, anywhere from about 4 to 8 a.m.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Then the rest of Wednesday, clearing, very windy and sunny. I think, again, 40% chance covers it until about 9 a.m. and then sunshine and wind. And then look at the cold temperatures, 54 both Thursday and then 77, I should say, both afternoons, but then down to 51 as we bottom out on the cold air Friday morning and then even Saturday morning, 51 before a chilly Halloween.